Beloved child of God, as the world grows quiet and the shadows of the evening stretch long, I invite you to pause. Before this night ends, understand that you are not here by accident. You are here because heaven is shifting your financial atmosphere. Tonight is not about waiting for a distant one day. It is about the now of God's timing. Stay with me until the very end of this prayer. For tonight, a divine alignment is taking place. Do not rush this moment. You will not wake up the same. Peace will flood your soul, and you will enter a covenant of supernatural abundance. Tonight, heaven is attentive to your cry. Psalm 144 is not a gentle psalm. It is a royal decree, a financial impartation, and a divine activation over your ability to create, manage, multiply, and sustain wealth under the guidance of God. Listen carefully. There are seasons where God fights for you, and there are seasons where God fights through you. Psalm 144 is the moment where God says, I will train your hands to produce what you couldn't before. I will shape you for abundance. I will prepare you for wealth. I will open the financial doors that no man can shut. This is not mere motivation. This is alignment. This is heaven adjusting the capacity of your life to hold abundance without fear, without sabotage, and without instability. Tonight, God places his hand over yours. Psalm 144 begins with a powerful statement. Blessed be the Lord, my strength, who trains my hands for war and my fingers for battle. But tonight, God is not training your hands for warfare alone. He is training your hands for wealth, for strategies, for stewardship, and for discipline. He is training you for excellence, for multiplication, for opportunities, and for divine timing. He is preparing you for open doors, for financial discernment, for promotion, and for the restoration of what was lost. He is leading you into an elevation into realms you once feared. Wealth requires training. Abundance requires preparation. Favor requires capacity. And opportunities require readiness. God is saying, I'm increasing your capacity tonight. Declare it now. My hands are being trained for wealth. Say it again. I'm entering a season of supernatural financial wisdom. Your spirit must hear your own voice speaking these truths. There were financial battles in your past, moments where you felt blocked, drained, slowed, overwhelmed, limited, or stuck. Every time you tried to rise, something pulled you down. Every time you gained momentum, something interrupted it. Every time you stepped out in faith, something tried to inject fear. But tonight, God breaks the cycle. Psalm 144 reveals that strength comes before victory. God strengthens you, then he strengthens your finances. The problem was never that you lacked potential. You lacked training. The enemy attacked where you were vulnerable. Your confidence, your consistency, your decisions, and your financial mindset. But now, God is fortifying your inner world. He is giving you financial sharpness, spiritual clarity, strategic thinking, discipline, and stability. He is granting you courage and boldness to walk through doors you once feared. He is giving you the ability to identify opportunities without anxiety and the wisdom to move without hesitation. God is not only blessing what you have, he is blessing your ability to multiply what you have. Declare with authority, God is upgrading my financial capacity. Say it again, I will not mishandle the wealth God is sending. This is a transformation of your financial identity. Psalm 144 continues with a powerful truth. He is my fortress, my strong tower, my deliverer. Why is this important in a financial prayer? Because fear of loss creates loss. Fear of instability creates instability. Fear of lack attracts lack. But when God becomes your fortress, your finances are no longer built on fear. They are built on faith. Faith opens doors. Faith attracts opportunity. Faith creates movement. Faith draws financial favor. Faith multiplies resources. Faith sustains long-term prosperity. Tonight, God is removing financial fear from the root. Fear of failing, fear of not having enough, fear of unstable income, fear of unexpected losses, fear of stepping out, fear of big goals, fear of success, fear of responsibility, fear of not knowing what to do next. All of it breaks here. Declare, I do not fear provision. God is my source. Again, fear cannot control my financial destiny. Your financial mindset is being delivered. Now listen, Psalm 144 also says, bow the heavens, O Lord, and come down. This is a prayer of intervention, a prayer of supernatural acceleration, a prayer for God to do what human effort cannot. You've been trying in your strength. Now God steps in with His. You are entering a phase where opportunities find you, solutions appear easily, and ideas flow. Clarity increases, favor surrounds you, and helpers show up. Financial doors open without resistance, and your steps become lighter. The right people connect to you. What was delayed is released. What was closed opens. What was lost returns multiplied. This is the financial intervention of God. Declare, heaven moves over my finances tonight. Again, I step into divinely orchestrated opportunities. Your effort matters, but now heaven amplifies your effort. And here is a prophetic part. Psalm 144 ends with a vision of overflow. Our barns are full. Our sheep bring forth thousands. There is no breaking in or going out. Happy are the people whose God is the Lord. This is the picture of abundance, stability, protection, and multiplication. It is a vision of generational wealth, overflow, financial peace, and long-term prosperity. This is God's secured success. You will not rise to fall. You will not build to lose. You will not multiply to watch it evaporate. You will not step into favor only to be pushed out. What God opens now, no man can shut. What God trains your hands for now, no enemy can steal. What God is releasing now, no force can block. Declare, my hands are anointed for wealth. Again, every financial door designed for me opens by God's authority. Tonight is not just a prayer, it is a financial awakening. Your life will not look the same after this. If this word has already begun to move something inside you, comment now. God trains my hands for wealth. Like this video as it helps this word reach more people. Subscribe to the Guided by Psalms channel and share this with someone who needs financial restoration. There are financial battles that are visible, and there are financial battles fought entirely in the unseen realm. You have faced both. Some struggles came from circumstances, decisions, timing, or lack of opportunity. But others, the sudden losses, the unexplained delays, the repeated cycles, the dryness that appeared out of nowhere, those were spiritual. Psalm 144 is not just a psalm of strength. It is a psalm of deliverance from financial warfare. Tonight, God goes into the invisible part of your financial story and begins tearing down everything that has resisted your progress. Because before God trains your hands for wealth, He breaks the chains that kept your hands tied. God breaks the spirit of financial delay. Financial delay is spiritual. It is a force that slows down what should be flowing. It interferes with timing and causes opportunities to fall through at the last second. It creates unnecessary waiting that drains your motivation. You know this pattern. Money that should arrive doesn't. People who promise to help suddenly disappear. Open doors close without explanation. Good ideas lose momentum. Projects stall and progress freezes. The right connections show up too late. This is not normal. It is financial resistance. But Psalm 144 reveals God as the one who intervenes quickly. Stretch out your hand from above. Rescue me. This is not slow deliverance. It is immediate. God is breaking every delay tonight. He is removing spiritual congestion. He is clearing the pathways for money to flow. He's accelerating what belongs to you. He's breaking the barriers that held your provision hostage. Declare, every financial delay breaks now. Again, I step into divine acceleration. Your timing is shifting. God breaks hidden financial blockages you couldn't see. There are attacks you recognized and attacks you never noticed. Hidden financial blockages often come through spiritual interference, envy, negative words, generational patterns, internal fear, and discouragement. They come through self-sabotage, lack of clarity, misaligned relationships, emotional instability, wrong partnerships, or poor spiritual covering. These invisible forces create recurring setbacks, cycles of almost success, unpredictable income, financial dryness, and constant disappointments. They bring sudden emergencies and exhaustion when trying to move forward. God is breaking these blockages from the root. Psalm 144 describes enemies whose right hand is a right hand of falsehood, meaning false offers, false support, false opportunities, and false promises. God is exposing every deceitful influence that blocked your prosperity. He is cutting off every voice that weakened you. He is removing every person who slowed your progress. He is shutting down every spiritual attack masked as bad luck. Declare every hidden financial blockage is broken by God. Again, what I could not see, God reveals and removes. Your path is clearing. God breaks the spirit of poverty and lack. Poverty isn't just a financial state. It is a spiritual attack. It doesn't just affect your bank account. It affects your identity, your confidence, your decisions, and your courage. The spirit of lack trains your mind to expect crumbs when God planned a feast. It teaches you to think small, aim small, and hope small. It convinces you that abundance is for others, not for you. It causes fear every time you try to grow. It crushes your faith in seasons where God is calling you higher. But Psalm 144 declares, "You are my fortress, my deliverer." God is delivering you from every poverty mindset, every emotional limitation, every internal barrier, and every lie you were conditioned to believe. You were not created to live in survival mode. You were not meant to carry financial fear. You are not designed for instability. You are not destined for cycles of loss. God is shifting your entire financial identity. Declare, I break agreement with the spirit of lack again. I receive the identity of abundance God designed for me. Your spirit is being reprogrammed. God breaks the spirit of confusion around your finances. Confusion is a weapon, one of the enemy's most subtle financial attacks. Confusion makes you doubt your decisions and second-guess opportunities. It makes you feel overwhelmed by responsibility and avoid taking steps. It causes you to misinterpret timing and underestimate your potential. You hesitate when God says move, and you rush when God says wait. Confusion creates uncertainty, and uncertainty creates stagnation. You cannot build wealth in confusion. Psalm 144 reveals that God provides clarity by training your hands. He touches not just your finances, but your thinking. When God touches your finances, He touches your judgment, your reasoning, your perception, and your discernment. You begin to see what is worth pursuing and what to walk away from. You see who is aligned with your purpose and who drains your energy. You see which opportunity is from God and which opportunity is a trap. Confusion breaks as clarity enters. Declare, my financial decisions are guided by divine clarity. Again, my mind is aligned with God's wisdom. Your thoughts are stabilizing. God breaks the spiritual attack against your motivation. One of the greatest financial attacks is not on your money itself, but on your motivation. When motivation dies, abundance becomes unreachable. Maybe you felt mentally tired or unmotivated to pursue what you once loved. Perhaps you felt frustrated with slow progress, too overwhelmed to start. or too afraid to try something new. You may have been drained by constant disappointment and discouraged by past failures. This wasn't you, it was warfare. Because the enemy knows a tired spirit cannot build wealth, a discouraged heart cannot seize opportunity, a confused mind cannot take action, a fearful person cannot grow. But God is reviving your motivation tonight. He is breathing energy back into your purpose. He is awakening passion inside your hands. He is restoring the fire you once carried. He is reigniting the drive you thought was gone. Declare, my motivation is restored by God again. I rise with renewed strength. Your spirit is being refreshed. God breaks every financial curse, known or unknown. Some financial struggles were inherited. Some entered through relationships. Some came from environments you stayed too long in. Some came through spiritual doors you didn't realize were open. Some came through words spoken in ignorance. Some came through emotional wounds. Some came simply because the enemy saw your potential. But tonight, every curse breaks. Every word that said you wouldn't prosper. Every lie that said you weren't capable. Every generational pattern of lack. Every assignment of financial stagnation. Every repetitive cycle that drained your stability. Every pattern that stole your progress. Psalm 144 shows God as the one who rescues and delivers. He is delivering you now. Declare, every financial curse breaks under God's power. Again declare, no pattern of lack will continue in my life. Your lineage is shifting. You are not only being freed, you are being positioned. God is clearing the ground so that what He builds in you will last. He is breaking what held you so that what He gives you cannot be stolen. He is removing every barrier so that abundance can flow freely. This is deliverance with purpose. My financial spirit rises into freedom tonight. Before God releases wealth into your life, He releases wisdom. Prosperity without wisdom becomes instability. Open doors without strategy become wasted opportunities. Blessings without discernment attract the wrong people. Increase without preparation becomes loss. Psalm 144 is not simply about victory. It is about skill, training, and divine intelligence. Tonight, God is not only delivering you from financial warfare, He is shaping your mind, sharpening your intuition, and elevating your discernment. You are entering a season where you will think differently, perceive differently, decide differently, and move differently. Your hands will not only produce, they will produce with excellence. God activates financial wisdom that exceeds your experience. Wisdom is the engine of wealth. Some people try harder but never rise higher because effort without wisdom leads nowhere. But Psalm 144 reveals God as the one who trains, teaches, and forms your capacity. Blessed be the Lord, my strength, who trains my hands. That word trains includes wisdom, insight, and clarity. God is downloading wisdom beyond your experience. He is moving you beyond your education, beyond your background, and beyond your past limitations. This is not human wisdom. This is heaven's strategy. Ideas you couldn't access before will begin to flow. Solutions to problems will appear quickly. You will understand things that once confused you. You will make decisions without hesitation. You will recognize opportunities instantly. You will avoid traps effortlessly. You will feel guided, steady, and confident. Declare, God's wisdom flows through me. Again, I walk with divine intelligence. Your capacity is expanding. God activates financial strategy for increase and multiplication. Wealth is not only about what you receive, it's about what you do with what you receive. God is activating the strategic side of your financial identity. This is a strategy that helps you manage money with precision, invest with confidence, build without fear, organize your resources, multiply what is already in your hands, connect with the right people, recognize long-term opportunities, identify growth pathways, structure your vision, prepare for abundance, steward blessing with excellence. Psalm 144 describes a God who shapes your actions with intention. He does not give wealth randomly. He positions you for it strategically. Some of your financial frustrations came from a lack of clarity on what to do next. But tonight, strategy is being poured into your spirit, not as stress, but as revelation. Declare, God gives me strategy for increase. Again, my hands are guided with purpose. Your decisions are aligning with destiny. God activates discernment to protect your prosperity. You cannot build wealth without discernment. You need discernment for people, partnerships, timing, and environments. You need it for contracts, opportunities, invitations, and investments. You need it for relationships, transitions, open doors, and closed doors. Discernment is the shield that protects financial blessing. Psalm 144 warns of people whose right hand is a right hand of falsehood. These are individuals who seem supportive but are not. They are people who pretend to help but carry hidden agendas. They are opportunities that look promising but drain your energy. They are doors that open too quickly but lead to loss. Discernment exposes every false thing before it touches your life. Tonight, God sharpens your discernment until you sense wrong intentions instantly. You will feel when something is off. You will recognize manipulative behavior. You will see through flattery. You will avoid traps naturally. You will say no without guilt. You will walk away from what God didn't send. You will protect your finances from draining people. Declare, my discernment is sharp and prophetic. Again, I see clearly in every decision. This level of clarity changes your financial atmosphere permanently. God activates courage to take financial steps without fear. Fear has blocked many doors for you. Fear of failure, fear of losing money, and fear of making mistakes. Fear of rejection, fear of responsibility, fear of judgment, and fear of stepping into new territory. Psalm 144 describes God as my fortress and my high tower, meaning courage is born when God becomes your foundation. After tonight, you will not hesitate the way you used to. You will no longer negotiate with fear. You will no longer shrink when opportunities arrive. You will no longer delay steps God is telling you to take. You will no longer minimize your abilities. You will no longer let insecurity decide for you. God is infusing you with boldness. Declare, I move in courage and clarity. Again, fear has no authority over my finances. Your spirit is rising in strength. God activates the gift of financial discipline. Discipline is a gift, a supernatural grace that helps you remain consistent even when motivation fades. Without discipline, habits fall apart, opportunities slip away, and ideas die. Progress stops, money disappears, and stability weakens. But with discipline, doors open and goals are achieved. Consistency becomes natural, blessing becomes sustainable, and wealth becomes generational. Psalm 144 reveals God as the one who strengthens and trains, meaning discipline is not willpower, it is divine empowerment. Tonight, God is giving you discipline to stick to habits and finish what you start. Manage money wisely, save strategically, pursue long-term goals, stay focused on purpose, build without quitting, stay faithful in small and large things. Declare, I receive God-given discipline. Again, stability becomes my lifestyle. Your habits are being strengthened. God activates the ability to recognize divine timing. One of the most powerful aspects of prosperity is timing. Right idea at the wrong time leads to failure. Right opportunity at the wrong time leads to stress. Right door too early causes confusion. Right connection too late results in a missed blessing. But when timing aligns with heaven, everything accelerates. God is giving you sensitivity to divine timing. He will show you when to start, when to stop, when to stay, and when to walk away. He will show you when to wait, when to move, when to invest, and when to speak. He will show you when to rest and when to expand. Psalm 144 speaks of God rescuing and delivering, not randomly, but at the exact moment needed. Tonight, you receive the grace to walk in sync with heaven's timing. Declare, my steps follow divine timing. Again, I will not miss my financial season. Your rhythm is aligning with God's calendar. God activates the ability to multiply what you touch. Multiplication is not luck. It is a spiritual ability. Some people handle money and lose it. Some handle money and keep it. Some handle money and multiply it. Multiplication is a gift that only God can unlock. In Psalm 144, after God trains, delivers, and strengthens, He releases multiplication. Our barns are full. Our produce multiplies. Our flocks increase. This is not survival. This is overflow. God is giving you the grace to multiply ideas, income, opportunities, investments, influence, resources, creativity, skills, and platforms. This is the ability to grow without striving, to rise without burnout, and to expand without fear. Declare, what I touch multiplies under God's hand. Again, I carry the grace of increase. Your life is shifting from addition to multiplication. God is shaping your mind, training your hands, awakening your discernment, and strengthening your financial identity. This is not the same you. This is a prepared version of you, ready for doors no man can shut. Divine wisdom rests upon my hands tonight. There are two kinds of financial breakthroughs. 1. Breakthroughs that come to you. 2. Breakthroughs that come through you. Psalm 144 brings the second kind. This is the breakthrough where you are transformed, enlarged, strengthened, expanded, and elevated to handle the abundance that heaven is releasing. Because God doesn't just want to bless you. He wants to prepare you so the blessing stays. Many people lose what they receive because they were never trained to handle increase. But you tonight, God is expanding you, increasing your capacity, strengthening your foundation, stretching your ability, deepening your wisdom, sharpening your identity, enlarging your territory, and preparing you for sustained long-term prosperity. Psalm 144 is a blueprint of expansion. God removes internal limitations that restricted your financial growth. External limitations were never the real barrier. The biggest limitations were internal. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of instability, self-doubt, feeling unprepared, emotional exhaustion, negative financial associations, old survival habits, generational patterns, low expectations, small thinking, and unhealed financial trauma. You weren't lacking potential. You were fighting internal resistance. But Psalm 144 shows God stepping into your inner world as your strength, your fortress, your high tower, your teacher, and your deliverer, meaning He is breaking every internal limitation one by one. Tonight, He removes fear from your decisions, insecurity from your identity, shame from your financial past, hesitation from your steps, confusion from your vision, and emotional weight from your progress. God is making room inside you, so abundance has space to live. Declare, my inner world expands to carry God's blessing. Again, I release every limitation from my heart and mind. Your internal ceiling is being shattered. God removes external limitations that affected your resources. Some limitations weren't inside you. They were around you. Limited environments, limited connections, limited opportunities, limited exposure, limited financial circles, limited mindsets around you, limited support, and limited open doors. You were growing, but your atmosphere was too small. But Psalm 144 describes God. God is the one who rescues you from the hand of strangers. This means God removes you from limiting environments and connects you with people who recognize your value. He removes connections that drained you, people who underestimated you, and voices that discouraged you. He removes influences that confused you, circles that kept you small, atmospheres that restricted your growth, and systems that worked against you. Instead, He brings mentors, divine connections, and destiny partnerships. He brings people who speak into your potential, and opportunities aligned with your calling. God is opening doors through the right hands. He is rearranging your environment so your prosperity can flourish. Declare this: God removes every restrictive atmosphere around me. Again, declare, my environment aligns with abundance. Your surroundings are shifting. God expands your financial vision beyond what you thought was possible. You cannot receive what you cannot imagine. You cannot walk into rooms you cannot see. You cannot build what you cannot envision. Psalm 144 ends with a prophetic picture of abundance: full barns, multiplying produce, flourishing flocks, secure homes, stable families, peace in the land, and overflowing provision. This is not poetry. This is God expanding your financial imagination. Tonight, God is enlarging your vision. He is changing the way you see money, the way you see opportunity, and the way you see your potential. He is changing the way you see your future, the way you see your capacity, the way you see wealth, the way you see impact, and the way you see God's provision. Your vision is leveling up. Things that once felt too big now feel possible. Ideas that once intimidated you now feel achievable. Dreams you buried begin to breathe again. The future that scared you now looks reachable. Declare this: my financial vision expands under God's guidance. Again, declare, I see beyond my past and into my true capacity. Your horizon is widening. God expands your capacity to receive without fear. Some people cannot receive because receiving feels dangerous. Fear says, what if it doesn't last? What if I fail? What if people judge me? What if I lose it? What if I'm not ready? These fears create spiritual resistance that blocks the flow of abundance. But tonight, God silences every voice that made receiving feel risky. You will no longer sabotage your own blessings. You will no longer shrink when opportunities come. You will no longer turn down financial doors God opens. You will no longer fear responsibility or visibility. You will no longer hide behind the thought, I'm not ready. God is preparing your spirit to receive boldly. Declare this: I receive without fear. Again, declare, my hands are open to God's provision. Your receiving capacity is expanding. God expands your capacity to hold wealth without losing peace. Some people can receive wealth but cannot hold it because anxiety rises, insecurity increases, guilt appears, and pressure becomes overwhelming. Fear of loss creeps in. Responsibility feels heavy. But Psalm 144 shows a different version of you. A version trained, steady, grounded, and strengthened. Tonight, God is giving you emotional capacity, mental stability, and spiritual grounding. He is giving you internal strength, clarity of purpose, confidence in God's provision, peace in responsibility, and the maturity to steward increase. So abundance does not drain you, it supports you. Declare, I am strengthened to hold what God gives me. Again, I maintain peace in every level of abundance. Your foundation is deepening. God expands your capacity to multiply without strain. Multiplication requires creativity, discipline, resilience, structure, strategy, wisdom, emotional stability, and divine alignment. Psalm 144 reveals God shaping each of these qualities in you. Multiplication will not overwhelm you. Expansion will not destabilize you. Opportunity will not intimidate you. Responsibility will not break you. You are being built into a person who multiplies naturally from a place of peace, not pressure. Declare, I'm equipped to multiply what God releases. Again, my hands expand with grace and strength. This is mature prosperity. God expands your territory and makes room for new levels of blessing. Psalm 144 ends with a vision of a people walking in fullness, abundance, safety, stability, growth, joy, and prosperity. This is not occasional blessing. This is lifestyle blessing. Tonight, God expands your territory financially, spiritually, emotionally, relationally, professionally, in influence, in capacity, and in authority. You will not live at the same level as before. Something is enlarging inside you. Declare, my territory expands under God's hand. Again, I rise into greater levels of blessing and impact. This is enlargement from the inside out. God is preparing you for what He's about to release. He is stretching your capacity, strengthening your identity, and enlarging your financial spirit. You will not lose what God gives. You will not shrink under the weight of blessing. You will not fear the responsibility of abundance. You will not be limited by your past. Declare, my capacity expands to carry God's abundance tonight. There are doors that open through effort, and there are doors that open only when God Himself touches them. Psalm 144 is the moment when God becomes your opener, your divine force, your supernatural access point, and your gateway to opportunities you could never create alone. You've knocked, you've tried, you've waited, you've prayed, you've pushed, and you've worked. Now God says, step back, let me open what no man can shut. Your season of human dependence is shifting into a season of divine acceleration. This is not ordinary favor. This is a heaven-engineered opportunity. God opens doors that were closed for years. Some doors didn't stay shut because you were unqualified. They stayed shut because the timing was not aligned. Some doors stayed closed because the environment behind them was not ready for you. Some stayed closed because you needed strength and wisdom before entering. Some stayed closed because the wrong people stood on the other side. But now, everything changes. Psalm 144 shows God descending into your situation. Bow your heavens, O Lord, and come down. This means God is personally stepping into your financial story. Doors that resisted you begin to unlock. Obstacles that stood in front of you fall apart. Paths that never existed before suddenly appear. People who once ignored you will look for you. Opportunities that vanished return with greater potential. What was withheld is now being released. Declare, God opens the doors assigned to my destiny. Again, no closed door can resist God's authority. Your access is shifting. God opens doors through people you have not even met yet. Favor is not random. Favor is strategic. God aligns people who carry the keys you need. He aligns those who see your value instantly and feel led to bless you. He brings people who believe in your potential and open opportunities without being asked. He aligns those who mention your name in the right room. God sends people who connect you to the next level, who invest in your vision, and who accelerate your progress. Psalm 144 speaks of God rescuing and delivering you from strangers. These are people you didn't expect and people you didn't know. God often hides favor outside of your current circle. New doors will not always come through familiar faces. Some of your greatest opportunities will come from new connections. These are people assigned by God to lift you into a higher financial dimension. Declare, God sends the right people into my path. Again, new connections open new doors for my destiny. Your circle is expanding with purpose. God opens doors that were blocked by spiritual resistance. Some financial doors did not close naturally. They were spiritually blocked. Resistance tried to intercept your blessings. Jealousy tried to obstruct your progress. Darkness tried to sabotage your open doors. Negative words tried to weaken your confidence. Fear tried to push you away from opportunity. Confusion tried to distort your vision. Delay tried to suffocate your momentum. But tonight, God breaks every spiritual blockade. Every unseen barrier is collapsing. Every invisible opposition is defeated. Every spiritual wall is shattered. Every demonic interference is burned away. Every curse against your finances loses its power. Every attempt to stop your progress becomes dust. Declare, every spiritual barrier blocking my doors is destroyed. Again, I step into open space without resistance. Your path is cleared by the hand of God. God opens doors that position you for long-term wealth. Some doors are temporary. They bless you for a moment. But some doors are destiny doors. They bless you for a lifetime. Psalm 144 ends with a picture of generational blessing, stability, flourishing, fullness, protection, peace, and overflow. This is not short-term relief. This is long-term sustainable prosperity. God is opening doors that create financial stability, lead to long-term growth, and produce sustained income. These doors build multi-year opportunities, elevate your financial identity, and upgrade your environment. They expand your influence, increase your skill, strengthen your foundation, and impact your future generations. These are not small doors. These are life-changing doors. Declare, I enter doors that transform my financial future. Again, declare, my prosperity is built on long-term foundations. Your life is shifting into stability. God opens doors you tried to open in the past but could not. There are opportunities you once desired but felt blocked from. There were ideas that seemed too heavy, dreams that felt too big, and rooms you longed to enter but were denied. There were positions you knew were aligned with you, but they never materialized. They didn't open because the version of you in that season did not have the capacity of the version standing here now. But tonight, God says, you are ready. You are stronger. You are wiser. You are trained. You are steady. You are healed. You are focused. You are aligned. You are equipped. And now the doors reopen, but this time they will stay open. Declare, I'm ready for what once felt out of reach. Again, declare, my preparation matches my opportunity. This is restored access. God opens doors that no man can shut. There are doors opened by people, and those can close. There are doors opened by systems, and those can fail. There are doors opened by luck, and those can disappear. But doors opened by God cannot be shut by jealousy, fear, enemy attacks, or betrayal. They cannot be shut by delay, spiritual warfare, financial pressure, or rejection. They are immune to misinterpretation, competition, doubt, intimidation, and human limitation. Psalm 144 shows God as the one who holds authority over every force. He is my fortress, my strong tower, and my deliverer. He opens it, he sustains it, he protects it, he establishes it, he surrounds it with fire. No man, no system, and no spirit can close what God is opening tonight. Declare, every God door in my life remains open. Again, declare, no force can shut the doors God unlocks for me. This is irreversible favor. God opens doors that elevate your identity and value. Some doors don't just change your finances, they change your identity. They reveal your gifting, they activate your voice, they display your excellence. These doors showcase your potential. They place you in rooms of influence. They position you among people who recognize your worth. They shift how you see yourself. They upgrade how others see you. They strengthen your confidence. They solidify your calling. Tonight, God is opening doors that confirm your identity in the financial realm. Declare, God opens doors that reveal who I truly am. Again, I rise into environments that match my destiny. Your identity is being elevated. God opens doors that multiply without striving. There is a difference between doors you force and doors God opens. When God opens the door, you don't strive. You don't beg. You don't push. You don't fear. You don't stress. You don't chase. You step in with peace. You move with clarity. You function with ease. You progress with joy. Psalm 144 speaks of full barns and increased produce. This is multiplication without burnout. Declare, I enter doors that multiply without pressure. Again, God's favor makes increase effortless. Your atmosphere is shifting to ease. God is positioning you before doors you could never open on your own. He is removing resistance, elevating your identity, and releasing supernatural access. This is your moment of financial expansion, divine opportunity, and unstoppable favor. Divine doors open before my steps tonight. Everything in Psalm 144 builds to one prophetic conclusion. You're not leaving this prayer the same. Your financial life is stepping into a new era. God is sealing the breakthrough He started. Breakthrough is when God opens the way. Sealing is when God ensures nothing and no one can close it. Tonight, heaven seals your wisdom, your elevation, your capacity, and your growth. He seals your favor, your open doors, your restored strength, your identity, and your future. This is not temporary relief. This is the beginning of a long-term transformation in your financial destiny. You are stepping into a new chapter. God seals your hands with the ability to produce wealth. Psalm 144 begins with, "He trains my hands." But now, at the end of this prayer, your hands are not being trained. They are being sealed. Meaning, what God taught you will stay. What God awakened in you will not fade. What God unlocked in you will only grow stronger. Your hands are marked for multiplication. Your touch carries increase. Your decisions carry wisdom. Your mind carries strategy. Your spirit carries confidence. Your walk carries favor. You are not guessing anymore. You are guided. You are not striving anymore. You are empowered. You are not surviving anymore. You are prospering. Declare, "My hands are sealed with God-given ability." Again, what I build will last. This is permanent empowerment. God seals your financial breakthrough so nothing can reverse it. Some breakthroughs happen and fade. Some moments of clarity come and go. Some seasons of increase rise and fall. But what God is releasing tonight is not fragile, unstable, or temporary. Psalm 144 ends with an unshakable declaration. Happy are the people whose God is the Lord. Meaning the blessing is not seasonal. The blessing is secured by your relationship with God. The blessing is anchored in His nature, not your circumstances. The blessing is protected by His authority, not your effort. God is sealing your increase, your financial stability, and your restored flow. He is sealing your open doors, your new opportunities, and your sharpened discernment. He is sealing your internal strength, your prosperity, and your path. You will not rise and fall. You will not gain and lose. You will not build and watch it collapse. This breakthrough is sealed. Declare, "My breakthrough is sealed by God." Again, no force can reverse what God established. Your victory is protected. God seals your mind with peace, clarity, and financial confidence. Where there was confusion, there is now clarity. Where there was fear, there is now boldness. Where there was instability, there is now grounding. Where there was insecurity, there is now confidence. God is sealing your mind with financial clarity, emotional balance, and peace in decision-making. He is giving you wisdom for every step, stability in pressure, vision for the future, and confidence in your calling. You will no longer be overwhelmed by financial decisions. You will no longer carry anxiety in moments of responsibility. You will no longer fear the future or what could go wrong. Your mind is entering divine order. Declare, "My mind is sealed with God's peace." Again, I walk in clarity, not confusion. Your thoughts belong to heaven now. God seals your path with divine guidance and supernatural alignment. God is not only sealing your breakthrough, He is sealing your direction. He's aligning your steps with doors that bless you. He's guiding you away from paths that drain you. He is redirecting relationships, opportunities, and environments so your future is protected. Psalm 144 shows God actively shaping your environment. He will not allow you to walk back into places that limit your prosperity. He will not allow you to reconnect with what stunted your growth. He will not allow old patterns to reclaim your mind. He will not allow confusion to guide your steps. Your path is shielded, guided, and directed by God Himself. Declare, "My steps are aligned with God's direction." Again, I will not walk into what God has closed. Your journey is covered. God seals your future with favor and multiplication. Favor is not random. Favor is a seal. When God seals you with favor, people help you without knowing why. Opportunities open without force. Doors unlock simply because you arrive. Resources appear at perfect timing. Creativity flows easily. Divine connections accelerate your progress. People in high places remember your name. The atmosphere shifts when you step in. Mistakes turn into testimonies. Movement feels natural, not stressful. Increase becomes a lifestyle. God is releasing a financial favor mantle over your life. Not momentary favor, but continuous favor. Favor that surrounds you. Favor that chases you. Favor that identifies you. Favor that multiplies through you. Favor that protects what you build. Favor that breaks limits. Favor that transforms generations. Declare, God seals my life with supernatural favor. Again, doors open for me by divine appointment. Your future is marked. God seals you with a new financial identity. You are not stepping back into the world as the same person. You are stronger, wiser, sharper, more disciplined, more confident, more skilled, more capable, more aligned, more stable, more prepared, more favored, more anointed, and more spiritually grounded. This is your new identity. You're a person trained, empowered, and blessed by God for wealth. Not wealth that destroys, but wealth that builds. Not wealth that corrupts, but wealth that multiplies purpose. Not wealth that inflates ego, but wealth that strengthens destiny. Your identity has shifted from survival into sacred stewardship and divine prosperity. Declare, I walk in my new financial identity. Again, I am who God has trained me to be. This identity will shape the rest of your life. Everything God opened stays open. Everything God sealed stays sealed. Everything God delivered stays delivered. Everything God awakened stays alive. Everything God established stays unshaken. This is the beginning of your new financial era. It is a season where wealth flows, wisdom grows, and favor surrounds your hands. God's abundance rests on my life tonight. If this prayer spoke deeply to your spirit, comment, God seals my financial breakthrough tonight. Like this video, as it helps this prayer reach more people in need. Subscribe to Guided by Psalms for daily prayers of protection, prosperity, and spiritual strength. Share this prayer with someone who needs financial restoration urgently. Watch the next recommended video. God is not done speaking to you tonight.